What's up? What's up? What's up, guys? What is up? What is up? Yo, this thing is dumping right now. This thing is dumping and we are looking for longs. Just caught that banger, bro. I literally opened up my Discord chat and like everybody is in this fucking trade. Like what? Like did I miss out on something? Like what is going on, bro? Yeah. So I'm actively looking for a long position here, guys. I'm actively looking for a long position. So there's a few levels that I like. And I'm going to mark those out here right now. 181.25. 181.25 I like a lot. This is the one I like the best, really. 181.25. We have one, we have a level a little bit higher at 211. Only thing is we don't have a PRA here to kind of match up with it. So I don't like it as much. But I will mark it out and I'll watch this as well. But these are the two levels that I like. Okay, I like 211.25, 181.25, 181.25 being the better one. We did just hit this daily, well, we were almost in it, but we were almost inside of this daily fair value gap. I believe, yeah. Okay, let me make sure ES did not tap this daily gap. ES does not even have this daily gap. Okay, I guess. A lot of strength from ES. And NQ is weaker, much weaker. So yeah, I'm a fan of this daily fair value gap. That's what I want to see here. And coming out of that daily gap, I would like to place some longs into and through NFP tomorrow morning. Okay, that's kind of hold on, let me I'm logged in on the demo here, so let me go back on the live. Here we go, live account loaded up, and let's prepare 5 micros. So yeah, CPI tomorrow morning. This is, you know, obviously not the greatest night to be trading because we have CPI tomorrow morning, but it's all right. We still here. You know, we'll see what we can salvage from today here. If you guys don't know, Apex, this is Apex's last night off for last night for the 90% off discount. And if you want some accounts to one day pass CPI or the following morning for PPI, tonight is pretty much the best night to get those. Okay. So lock in. Yeah, it did edge previous day low. Why are we dumping? Vibes, bro. It's just dumping off of vibes. I don't think anything happened. Like nothing came out for us to dump. Should I get a Lucid Pro or Apex? For Lucid, I use Flexes. It's up to you. Apex only, I would only do Apex if you guys are stacking accounts, like multiple accounts. It's not 150. You got to use code Q. You get 90% off. Oh, also, winners from last month's giveaway. Emails are being sent out tonight. Emails are being sent out tonight. All 20 winners, the emails are being sent out tonight, guys. So, if you won, you will receive an email tonight with your codes. And this month's giveaway is already halfway over, by the way. We're already halfway over. Or actually not halfway, but like almost halfway. So if you want to participate in this month's giveaway, same as always, just use code KEY on any prop firm. You automatically get entered to win 20 accounts. Same as last month, which is pretty sick. Can't wait to see my code in my email. Yeah, so you got to leave some for everybody else. Mods get free accounts like all the time, whenever they want. For the daily PDRA, what is the time frame for CISD entry? For daily, it would be a 1 hour, right? But I'm not waiting around for a 1 hour change in state of delivery to enter that trade. So, I will be using my levels that I have here, these 2 levels, to frame out a trade. Also, the lower level where I want the entry at 181.25 is a 1 hour gap as well that overlaps with the daily. So, you know, we can use that 1 hour and align the 5 minute. If we want to take a confirmation entry, we enter off the 5 minute. But yeah, we skipped out this morning, by the way, because traded this long here with the Discord, traded this right here on Sunday night. Some people held it all the way to the previous day high, which was the all-time high. But yeah, so I didn't trade this morning. I'm actually really tired because I was up early as shit this morning, and so I'm tired as fuck. Definitely won't be like a super long stream tonight, but I would still like to get the lower entry down there. This is so close to previous day low that it has to go. Like, it has to get to previous day low at some point here, right? It must. Like, it must. There's no way we just edge that daily fair value gap. It has to see the daily fair value gap. Fucking better. Watch this. Watch this rejection block here. 3 minute rejection block. Watch that. Nice one to watch. This 15 minute should flip red. This 15 minute should flip red. I'm not going to lie. It should flip red. If we can come up here, I'm down to like get a little entry. I'm down to the lows here. Let's see. 1 minute flow model to PDL. If it goes all the way up to that fair value gap, yeah. If it goes all the way up to that, 100%, 100%. We're smacking 1 minute flow model to the downside for sure. We hit the CE. We did hit the CE. Bro, I'm not going to lie. I don't hate this. I don't hate this right here. Like this right here, I don't hate. Not like decent risk. Decent risk. 1 mini, you're risking $130. 5 micros, you're risking $65. It's not bad, bro. It's not bad. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. Why is it fucking like moving like this? Like, whatever. This really is not a bad look, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Might take this. Fuck. All right, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Light size. Okay, I'm only going 5 micros on this. Only 5 micros. I'm just looking for previous day low. Super light size. I'm on my live account, so this account I get a little more ballsy. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I get a little bit more ballsy with this account. So, you know, do with that information what you will. But I like this. I don't hate this at all. I'll tell you the reason why I don't care about the new 4-hour opening in 7 minutes, okay? Obviously, it's important that we're about to open the 10 p.m., right? The reason why I'm still okay with shorting this is because the whole point of this next 4-hour is going to be to manipulate lower, right? Into the daily fair value gap, the previous day low. Okay? So we would open that 4-hour up, and I'm expecting in just an immediate push lower into that daily fair value gap, because then overall the bias here is bullish, right? So once we hit that daily fair value gap, I want this to come back up. So that the look that the setup I'm looking for here is open up the 4-hour, push down, right? No upper wick, just push down into the daily fair value gap, and then push back up from there, right? That's the setup I'm looking for right now. Let's see how this goes, though. Let's see how this goes. If you got the actual CE entry, I low-key folded. I should have just entered, but I was waiting like a little B word. But if you got the CE entry, I mean, that was absolutely perfect. It's absolutely perfect. You could go break even if you took the CE entry. I want shorts, but I think it'd be better to wait for a new 4-hour open. See, if I was bearish on the day, I would wait for the new 4-hour open. You know why? Because I would take that 4-hour manipulation leg into one of these 15-minute fair value gaps, and then I would take it all the way down, and I would just be bearish on the day, right? However, I can't be bearish here yet. I told you guys every single day I'm coming in with a bullish bias until proven otherwise. So, and I have not been proven otherwise yet. So, I will be bullish here, and so therefore I am anticipating manipulation lower. So that's why I don't care about the 4-hour opening. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I move the stop loss a little bit lower, teeny tiny bit lower here. Reason for short here, this 3-minute wick CE, we hit this 5-minute fair value gap, right? And then we had the 3-minute rejection block as the entry trigger. Just passed my eval. Thank you. Let's go. Let's go. Trade's not over yet, though. I haven't even trimmed anything yet. I haven't trimmed shit. I'm like in it. I haven't trimmed anything. So we gotta make a move lower here. Why the 3-minute? That was the only time frame with the rejection block. So 1 minute didn't have a rejection block. 2 minute didn't have a rejection block. 5 minute didn't have a rejection block. 3 minute was the only one with a rejection block. So that's the one we take. The time frame picks you. You don't pick the time frame. All right. Trying to flip green here on this 3-minute time frame. Yeah, little green flip there. Let's see. 5 minute is still like 5 minutes. All right. Doesn't look the greatest. Let's see. I'm okay with I'm okay with taking a stop on this if I need to. Because then if it goes up to the 15-minute, I can frame out a little bit of a better trade. But this is still 6.4R. Not bad. Not bad. Three more minutes until we open up. See, there's a lot of weakness here. You can see it on the 5-minute. There's a lot of weakness. We're back to red here on this candle. 15-minute is super, super heavy. Like, this 15-minute is very, very heavy. I will be thoroughly surprised, especially if this 15-minute closes the way it looks right now. I'll be thoroughly surprised if this next 4-hour 15-minute opens up and it goes higher into like this gap or this gap. I'll be very, very surprised. Like, I don't want that to happen at all. I don't think that happens. Let's see. Why don't you like the FVG below 181? Because the 181 is where I have my level, right? That's the super secret level that I have. I have it there. Let's go. Let's make a new low. Let's make a new low here. Open, high, low, close weekly. I don't know, bro. I don't think so. I don't know. We have a lot of news here later in the week. Every single day from now onwards, we have 8:30 a.m. red folder news in New York. So that's a lot of volatility drivers to push us back up to all-time highs if that's where it wants to go. So I'm not set on a bearish bias here at all. Maybe if we had no news for the rest of the week, I would be content with like a bearish bias, but no. Not doing it. Thoughts on opening a 2K live account, or is it too little? Bro, I started this live account that you guys see here on your chart. This account right now has $5,400 in it. And I started this live account with $1,000 last week. Okay, I started with $1,000. So just for reference, right? I just say all-time highs. I know. I mean, bro, look, the easiest way to trade all-time highs, again, like I've been telling you guys, is come into every single day with a bullish bias. It's the easiest way to do it. OLHC on the weekly would mean bullish bias. Yeah, OLHC would, because that's open, low, high, close. He said open, high, low, close. He said OHLC. Where's your buddy? I miss him. Can't remember his name. You're probably talking about Shinobi. I don't know what he's doing. There we go. New low gate. The new low. Okay. I'm going to keep this trade the way it is. I'm keeping my stop where it is. If you want to move to break even or you want to trim, like whatever you want to do, manage your trade. I'm keeping it the way it is. I'll give it some breathing room. If it comes and takes me out at my stop loss, fine with me. But just make sure it's okay with you as well. Heavy push up here. Heavy push up. Let's see. Can my entry act as a resistance? How much would you risk per trade 1K, 2K account? It depends, bro. Like to me, okay. To me, this account, this live account that I'm trading right now is play money. It's house money, okay? Because this is funded by my payout. So, you know, to me, I don't really give a shit about this account. That's why I'm sizing heavy, just trying to scale this account. And so I will size more aggressively. If you have a 1K, 2K account that you're pulling out that money out of your pocket, then I would size down. You know, trading a 2K account. So for reference, if you usually trade a $50,000 prop firm account, then you are trading a 2K live account. Okay. So if you're comfortable trading a 50K prop firm account, then you should fund your live account with 2K and trade it the exact same way, because there's no difference between a 2K live account and a prop firm 50K account in terms of risk. So, yeah, that's what I would do. You have a heavy live account, like more than 1K, or you only trade prop? Yeah, I do. This is the live account that I use for all my swings as well. I just withdrew all the money because we're at all-time highs. I know we're not going to be able to swing. So, I sized it down to 1,000 and I'm just day trading with it. Based off super secret fib level 248.25 long, 248.25. No, it would be the 181.25 is what I'm looking at. You got to use context, bro. Always use context. So I wouldn't enter a long on like this area here, because we have the previous day low, which is the draw right now, right? The daily fair value gap where previous day low is, that's the draw. That's where we want market to go. In order for market to reverse to the upside, it has to hit this level. Okay. In order for there to be a reliable reversal, it has to take that low. So therefore, I'm not looking for a long trade until that low is taken. Once that low is taken, I will take it. My entry is kind of acting as resistance, but it is just hanging around this area. It's not really doing too much. If it wants to seek one of these gaps, these 15-minute gaps, it'll stop me out. Fine. I'll re-enter on a 1 minute, 1 minute change in state, right? 1 minute sell model coming out of these 15-minute gaps. Honestly, it'd be a better trade overall. But this trade I'm still in, sitting at like, still sitting at profit, but it's hovering around break even. We already sweep swing low. It doesn't matter, bro. Does not matter. It's just chilling at my break even. This might want to go for one of these gaps, I think. I would prefer the immediate gap here. Because then that just shows me that there's not enough strength to go to the upper gap. Which is a better look to trade the move lower. These trades here, so I'm basically 3 trades for this session, right? This trade here that we're currently in right now. The second trade that I'm planning would be the short from either this gap or this gap. And then the last trade for this session is going to be the long down here. Or down here, right? Those are the 3 trades I'm planning here for this session. All lighter size. The shorts are going to be 5 micros. The long I will put on 1 mini. Okay, took me out there. We'll wait for this this first gap, this immediate gap. We're about to take it right now. Fresh 4 hour right after this super bearish close, so we know that this needs to go lower for sure. Yeah, this hourly should flip. This 4 hour should also flip. I just need to see one of these. No way, did ES hit that? ES hit the gap? Yeah, it did. Fucking ES, what a bitch. ES hit the gap. Let's wait and see. So you started 1K, then made it to 5K in just 1 week? Yes, correct. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hit the gap. Hit the gap. Hit the gap. Hit the gap. MMSM into PDL. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for here. I took 1 stab at it here already. So what is that loss? $130 loss. Not bad. We'll be taking another stab up here in this area. Okay. We just hit that 15-minute gap. Look for a 1 minute sell model here now. Maybe the upper gap. Maybe it does want the upper gap. Let's see. Bit of a push here. Let's check out this 15-minute here. I will be if this like gets through, I think unlikely, but if it gets through these 15 minutes, like starts fully inversing these, I'm not a fan of long. I will step away for the day. will not be longing if it does not take the previous day low. Needs to take previous day low in order for me to get along here. Has to. Giveaway winners are getting their emails tonight. Ooh, what the hell just happened to my chat? There we go. Guys, last 2 hours, really. Oh, an hour and like 50 minutes. Last hour and 50 minutes to get 90% off on Apex if you guys want a one-day pass for CPI tomorrow morning or PPI the day after. Last night to get 90% off on Apex using code KEY. So if you need some account stacked, now's your time. Whoa. Get out of here. Okay. NQ just hit this this 15-minute gap up top here. NQ just tapped it, but MNQ has not. And MNQ just did as well. Okay. So let's see if the 1 minute can get a sell model here. If not, and if we just trade straight through this, I am no longer trading for tonight. I will hop off. Because I'm not longing a move unless we hit that daily gap. You stream New York Open anytime soon? I mean, if I think it's gonna be a good open, yeah. I mean, I was on for this. I was in my Discord for this morning's open, and this was this morning's open right here. So, yeah, no. You know what I mean? Not trading that. Yeah, I mean, yo, make sure everybody's liking up the stream, guys. Everybody take a second, like up the stream to celebrate the winner we're about to have here. Why does it have to take PDL? It has to take PDL because this daily, the daily range, so the daily move back to the upside here, right? If this candle was to flip and go all the way green, that daily move needs to be sponsored by a pity array, right? By a higher time frame pity array. This is the higher time frame pity array. Okay? This daily fair value gap is the higher time frame pity array. If this daily gap does not get hit and we do not take the previous day low as our swing low sweep, then a move up is not really reliable. Okay? It's simply just not reliable. So that's the reason why it needs to take it has to take the previous day low first. We're almost at 50% of the range here, as you can see from the previous 4 hour. So we can watch this, and that's 342 area. I have 5 accounts pass. How do I get about intraday trailing drawdown? Size down. Micros. Trade micros. The 1 hour gap isn't good enough for a long. We did not hit a fresh 1 hour gap for a long. So no. This 1 hour gap here delivered a new all-time high off of this leg, right? Delivered a new all-time high already. So a second tap to the same gap, I don't trust personally. Like, that's just my rules. I won't take the second tap of a higher time frame gap. Short, yeah, I'm looking to short here down into previous day low. And if I don't get that trade, then there's nothing else here for me. If price hasn't taken PDL by tomorrow, Would you take shorts down to it? If I see a good setup, yeah, of course. If I see a good setup, then yes. All right, so change in state of delivery would be right here. We have a quick one, like nice and easy. This is the 1 minute change in state of delivery right here. See if we can get it. PDL not a... No, it's not. One hour bearish gap, all the way up here, I would be bullish again. It's not gonna... I don't think it rejects from all the way up here. I mean, it could. It's very possible. Anything is possible in this kind of market, but... I mean, I am a more fan of a distribution move here, like early. Just look at this, bro. We have this range here, right? We have the manipulation here. And so naturally now we would anticipate a distribution leg lower to the daily fair value gap and then back up, right? That we get another buy model back up. But this is a sell model here. On a 1 hour time frame, it's very easy to see. This is a sell model. This is a market maker sell model. Granted, it is at all-time highs, so you cannot trust a sell model like this, right? You can't just blindly trust a sell model. Otherwise, I would have just entered short, and I would have just fucking set a stop loss here at the high and just chilled. But, yeah, no, we have to wait. Oh, we have a new change in state level. It's right here. Looks like we might get it now. 13 seconds. Yeah, it looks like we could get it here. Can we make a move back up, though? Because this is fucking a big... Damn. No, it's too far. It's too far. I can't enter on the closure, bro. It's too far. I'm going to start a position 1 micro. 1 micro. I'm going to build up to 5 micros, but I'm just going to start a 1 micro. And I will build it up. The best way to do it like this. Because I don't know if this will come all the way back to change in state now. Please don't let it ride with 1 micro. Like, don't do that to me, bruh. Don't do that to me, bruh. The trade's gonna look something like this. Like, right now, it looks like this. So, we're looking for a 100-point move here, pretty much, right? 100-point move. Go green a little bit. I need this to go green just a little, just a hair, just a tad, just a tad. And I can add some more to this. Like this right here. That's nice. We can tap that. I like it. Yogi, bro. What's going on, brother? I miss you, Yogi. Hope everything's going good, bro. All right, let's see what we could do. Let's see what we could do. Ooh. Okay. We did tap that, so... I'm going to build my 5 micros here. I only have 4 so far. I haven't added my last one. Alright, I'll add it there. I have my 5. I am now going to place a stop loss at this high. And yeah, that's pretty much my trade right there. Let's see what we could do. This is 4.56R. 4.56R. Second stab at the short here. This will be my last stab at short. So after this, no more short. Really, no more trades for me at all, because if this stops out, it's just going to continue pushing higher. And at that point, I'm not really interested. So this needs to work. Otherwise, I'll call it a day. The loss here, by the way, for anybody that has not already calculated, is 220. So 220 plus the 130 loss we already took earlier would put us at a realized, if this is a loser, would put us at realized 350, right? That's 350, right? Yeah, 350. So $350 loss. I can stomach that. Not a problem. All good. So that's how we move. Futures Tense. What's up, brother? What's up? What account are you on? I'm on my live account here, guys. This is my live account. Sparing the apexes this bullshit price action. I'll be trading the apexes tomorrow. Haven't seen you win once since tuning in. Yeah, you are cooked then, brother, because we won all last week. We're up 40R last week, buddy. Guys, I'm way too tired to answer, like, stupid questions. Usually I answer, like, everybody's questions, whether it's a dumbass question or not, as you guys know. But tonight, I'm way too tired for stupid questions. So if your question gets ignored, just understand it's probably a stupid-ass question. So, and then, you know, maybe, I don't know. Like, don't ask it. Back at BE here. We're sitting at yesterday's midnight, actually. This is yesterday's midnight level. Same area where we got this big old bounce from. So if it's going to reverse, this is where it needs to happen. We've already hit the equilibrium of the last 4-hour candle, right? So if we draw out the range for the last 4-hour candle, you'll see we already tapped equilibrium. Okay. So if it's going to reverse, it needs to do it here once we, now that we actually have a sell model. If it doesn't do it, then it's simply probably not reversing. And in that case, I will not be trading. Unless we hit PDL at some point overnight. I think maybe there is also a possibility that this could build a bunch of liquidity like this. It could just build a bunch of liquidity up for CPI in the morning for us to take out and then go back up. Also very possible scenario. This trade, by the way, for anybody confused, this is a 15-minute fair value. Oh, I don't like this 15-minute at all. At all. Like not one bit. I don't like this 15-minute one bit, bro. I am not a fan of this 15-minute. I'm gonna size down a little bit. I'm gonna size down to 3 micros just because, yeah, this 15-minute looks like shit. Do not like this 15-minute. No upper wick here at all. And it's forming a nice lower wick, matter of fact. All right, so yeah, not a fan of that whatsoever. Thank you for streaming and stuff. Thanks, bro. Hourly above, what do you think about it? Not interested. How long does Apex take to process payout? I heard 8 to 10 business days. Yeah, sometimes they take a little bit longer just because it's a bigger payout. long levels you're looking at, I'm looking at 2 levels. I have 211.25. You guys can mark these on your charts. I would actually encourage you to mark these on your charts. 211.25. And then I have 181.25. 181.25 I like a little bit more. We have obviously the daily gap and then a 1 hour gap overlap. So I like 181 a lot more than I like the 211 one. But 211 is also a level and we can watch that. These levels, by the way, are only valid if we don't take the all-time high, right? If we take the all-time high, then these levels are invalid, right? We would get new levels at that point. So these levels are only valid if we do not take the all-time high. Let me remove these executions. They're a little fucking messy. Love your streams. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Needed you last week. I was not out all last week at all. We were here all last week. Would you consider this A+? No, because it's a short. So anything against overall trend is never going to be A+. The long here would be A+. That's why I was sized down for these 5 micros for the shorts that I took, and then 1 mini for the long that I'm going to take. If it hits, if it ever hits. The Apex accounts, that same thing. They have $700 drawdown. I haven't touched them since last week because I've been focusing on this live. So grew the lives, didn't touch Apexes. I can only focus on like one thing at a time, really. The trend is not bearish. What's your TP if it hits? My TP is just the I just want previous day low. That's it. Right. That's the daily gap. That's the only thing that I want out of this. But this does not look good at all, just because I mean I can already tell just because this 15-minute. But I'll let it ride to the stop loss if it needs to. Do you copy trade? Yeah, I do copy trade. I use either the Tradeovate group trade feature. Recently, I've just been using the Tradeovate group trade feature, but I'll also use Tradecopia as well. I use Tradecopia. Do you have a video about setting the... This is not a chart. It's an indicator that just pops the time frames up here. It overlays it on like whatever time frame you're on. So I have the 30-minute, 4-hour, and daily showing. You can change it to... You could change it to whatever the hell you want. But yeah, that's an indicator. Tradeovate bugs out for me at open. It doesn't... Yeah, yo, you have to make sure with the Tradeovate copier that all the accounts are selected. That's the one thing with the Tradeovate copier. It does bug out a little bit sometimes. All right, we got this nice sell candle, so I'm gonna move my stop a little bit lower into that new high we made there, and then the rest of it I'll let it ride. Sitting at right at break even here. Explain the trend. Watch my video in my 30-day mini series on bias. Watch that video. It'll clear up a lot of things for you. Discord fee 580. Yeah, it is one-time fee. It's all lifetime. That's it. Inclusive of everything. Does a losing streak bother you in any way? No. Because, bro, I mean, I'm at a point where I can now keep my losses very, very controlled. My losses are very small compared to my wins. I mean, I can operate, I'll be honest with you guys, I can operate at like a 20 to 30% win rate and still be profitable just because of the R multiple that I trade. It always ends up, you know, at the end of the month, I'll end up green, even if I have a 20% win rate, because my winners are 10 times the losers. All right. So, like, I'll just give you guys an example here. I mean, between these two trades, right? The first trade that I took, which was negative 130, and between this trade, if this reaches the stop loss, I'll be like negative 350-ish, right? Negative 350-ish, give or take. On 3 micros, this trade, if it hits, right? Let's just say I'm already down $350, and this trade goes and hits TP. I make $1,000, right? I make $1,002 on 3 micros. So, yeah, I mean, it's like almost impossible to, you know, blow up as long as you're not taking like a stupid amount of losses in a row. Losing streak statistically has to happen to everyone. Yeah, of course, 100%. Guys, you're never going to be able to avoid a losing streak. Like, a losing streak will happen at some point. It will absolutely, inevitably happen. The thing is, you just got to know to size down and keep your losses small. That's it. And that's the name of the game. As long as you can keep your losses small, you will have no issue coming back out of the losing streak. No issue. 2 days away from a payout, and the shorts during Asia rinsed me so hard. Now I'm cashing out. Is that a good thing or? Back to break even. There's a lot of sideways price action up here. Whole lot of nothing. Trading CPI? No. I have a whole method to one-day pass CPI accounts in my PDF. So if you have my PDF, it shows how to one-day pass. CRT is not a real thing. A TP's previous day low. Take the same shot of a 1 minute OB, hoping for PDL. Yeah, same. I'm looking for PDL here as well. How to get the PDF. Guys, if you have not already claimed the PDF, it's a completely free PDF. It has a breakdown of my entire model. It has a breakdown of my top 3 prop firms with their rules, payout rules, like everything that you need, scaling plan, all that. Exclamation mark PDF. Somebody already did it in the chat. You guys can just go to that link. All you have to do is you have to already be somebody that has used Code Key on a prop firm. If you have used Code Key on any prop firm, go and go to the email that you got from that prop firm, take your order confirmation, go to that website that pops up when you do exclamation mark PDF in the chat, put in the order confirmation, and you will be able to claim the PDF completely for free. It's a nice thing that I've created just for you guys to have on your chart or on your screen as you guys are trading. It helps out a lot just because you can see like a visual breakdown of my model. Exact model that we're trading here, by the way. Somehow we are green. Wow. I never got the code after I used Code Key. Cap. For sure, Cap. You definitely got it in your email. Every prop, if you purchase an account from any prop firm, you get an email with your order confirmation. Learned a lot from you, Keyflow. Thanks for the streams and information that you provide, Big W. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. The game Bulgaria. Thank you very much. We just rejecting Unwalk High. Nice. Yeah, let's see if we can push down now. I slapped 8 micros. Nice. What's up, Eagle? What up, brother? At what point did you switch from paper trading to prop firms? I've been scalping on New York session. I switched from paper. Okay, so it's a little different for me. I always my start that I got into trading was not on futures. I started 7 years ago trading options. So, well, actually, I started off trading penny stocks at the time. So, I traded options first, and there were no prop firms or anything. So I did paper trading options for a little bit on Webull. Webull had paper trading, not paper trading options. Webull had regular stock paper trading. There was no paper trading for options at the time. Actually, no, there was Thinkorswim. Basically, yeah, kind of jumped headfirst into it. I lost a shit ton of money. I learned by losing real money, right? Because there are no prop firms. And then I made the transition to futures, I think year 3 or 4. I think it was year 4, I want to say. Yeah, I think it was year 4. I made the switch to futures. I started trading futures kind of slowly because when I was trading options, I was primarily trading QQQ and SPY. So I was trading the indices, ES and NQ. And so it makes more sense if you're a trader like that and you trade options, it makes more sense for you to switch to futures. There's a lot of benefits. So I slowly made a transition into futures, again, with a live account, because when I first made a transition to futures, the only prop firms that were really out there was FTMO. And FTMO was just stupid expensive. Like, it almost didn't make sense. And there's 2 phases with FTMO at the time as well. Like, those 2 phase, dude, is so annoying. So I was like, fuck this. I started a live account with Tradeovate for futures. I was trading that for a long time. And then prop firms became popular, and I started using props then. I honestly don't remember the timeline, if I'm honest. Like, I really don't know. I've never got a straight answer. How do you deal with getting over buffer on TPT? I'm live on 150K and over buffer now, but always tend to get smacked after taking 1K payout. Okay, very simple. So TPT is very unique in the sense that there is no consistency rule. Well, there's really no rules, right? Once you get to the funded portion on TPT, Take Profit Trader, there is 0 rules. No max payout, no minimum payout, no minimum days, no consistency, nothing, right? So you can take advantage of this. You can play that prop firm in a different way where you would play a prop firm that has consistency rule, for example, okay? So Apex and TPT both have trailing drawdown. With my Apexes, I size down into micros, like 3 to 5 micros, and I work my way through the trailing drawdown using small size. And eventually I get past the trailing drawdown. I get past the buffer. And the reason why I use small size is because there's a consistency rule on Apex. On TPT, there is no consistency. So I have the ability to size into a trade, 1 trade, 2 trades, 3 trades, however many, and I can get past the buffer very quickly. So that's what I do with TPT. I just size up. I'll take 1 mini, 2 minis on a trade, and I'll look to just make 2 grand, get past the buffer. Okay. Obviously, you have to trail your stop loss pretty aggressively because it is trailing. But once you're past 2K, bro, there's nothing stopping you at all whatsoever. So that's how I trade TPT. Can't wait for you to be back New York session. I'm looking forward to trading New York session again. It's just, look, the price action in New York is extremely, like, it's just not worth it. It genuinely is just not worth sitting there and trading New York session, especially with how well we are doing overnight. Like, no point in trading the New York session. I'd rather just avoid all that. So once New York session kind of cleans up a little bit, I am 100% looking forward to trading New York again. But for the time being, definitely no New York. Once you become profitable, is it okay to trade other pairs, like being a hybrid trader? Thoughts on that? It's up to you. Your call to make. Look, bro, I'm very comfortable trading NQ. These different pairs have different personalities almost, right? And you can learn their personalities. Like, I learned this way back in the day, but when I used to trade commons, individual stocks, there were stocks like Tesla. Tesla had its own personality. Apple had its own personality, right? So it moves very differently. I'm at a point where I've been looking at this chart, the NASDAQ chart, for so goddamn long that I know the personality of this thing by now. So, like, I can anticipate things that I wouldn't be able to anticipate if I look at a completely random pair that I've never looked at before. So, me personally, bro, I like being good at just trading the NASDAQ, and I don't really care to trade anything else at the time being. Maybe I change that later on, but for now, I like the NASDAQ. I stick to the NASDAQ. That's it, bro. You know, I got all my eggs in one basket. Yazan, bro, what's up, brother? I'm a little over a month, just got my first payout. About to get another across 3 accounts. Congrats, bro. I feel like the market is really predictable right now, or is it always like this? No, it's not. Definitely not always like this. There's always different phases in the market. This is definitely an easier market to trade now that we're at all-time highs. I mean, it's very simple, right? Just be bullish. So when times like this come around, you want to exploit this by just locking in and taking as much money out of the market as you can, so that when the market flips, like, you're brand new to trading, right? You're a month in and you're already finding success. So I would, like, hammer these next few months, like, bro, forget a social life, forget doing whatever, bro. This balance thing is a lie. The whole balance is fucking bullshit. When you are building something great, there is no balance. You're all in. So that's my take on that. So I would lock in for these next few months and just extract however much you can from the market, because inevitably the market will change. And once it does, you need to have enough buffer, right? Enough cushion that you've pulled out from the market that you don't go dig yourself into a deep hole and go negative on trading, right? Because I'll tell you one thing, right? You're brand new. Everybody pays their market tuition at some point or another, whether it's earlier in your career or whether it's later in your career. Okay, so you're finding success early on, and that's awesome, right? Congrats. But be smart with your money, okay? That's like the one piece of advice I could give you. Be smart with your money, save it, because at some point you are going to lose because you're not familiar with how the market trades, right? So at some point you're going to start losing, right? Inevitably, this happens to everybody. And you will have to learn to adapt to that new kind of market, which will be nothing like the way this is trading right now. It won't be anywhere similar to this. So you're gonna have to learn to adapt, and that adaptation process can take some time. So, you know, you got to have something there to support you losing. Does that make sense? Can you please explain the trade when you get a chance? 15-minute fair value gap, 1-minute CISD, daily fair value gap, draw on liquidity. You don't stream NY, or you don't trade it at all? I don't trade it at all. If I do, I'll trade it with my Discord. But here on YouTube, I don't stream it. At what point do you recommend someone who's ready to buy props? Like after a few months profitability? I think prop firms are cheap enough that you should be able to get a prop firm off the bat. That's my take. I think there's no point in wasting your time, like paper trading and shit. Not too much time, at least, right? Obviously, paper trading can be beneficial to an extent, but most prop firms now, you can get an account for under $100, right? And if you have a job where this is like a side thing, which I would imagine most people do, okay, then $100 on a 50K account is not bad. I mean, you can take a lot of money from a 50K account. So order flow, fib, whatever. No, I trade power 3, bro. Just power 3, price action. That's it. What's up? Go to pass my first eval tonight before you got on here. Hell yeah, bro. Let's go. Prime time. At the point now, where I'm trying to scale with more and more accounts. Got 3 funded right now. You recommend buying as many accounts as you can fast as possible, or take it in step? Take slow steps, bro. Always slow steps. You don't want to psych yourself out going from trading 1 account or 2 accounts to trading 10 accounts or 20 accounts, right? You can take a psychological hit doing that. So I would just take it slow, 1 step at a time. Like go slowly. Paper trading is the same. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I don't have any friends who trade Forex. How do you decide to add into a profitable trade? I usually don't. My typical size that I enter the trade with is the size that I'm perfectly fine with holding the entire trade. I don't usually add. I've blown approximately 16 evals so far. First of all, not that bad. I'm at a point where I'm not sure I'm on the right track or not. 16 evals is nothing, brother. 16 evals is literally nothing. But you have to get to the bottom of the issue, right? Like, you have to figure out what the problem is and why you're blowing the evals. That's number 1. So you should be journaling and figuring out what's going wrong in your trading that these evals are getting blown. Ugly bounce? Yeah, I know. Very, very ugly bounce. I mean, we're kind of just ranging here. It's really not doing much. Creating lower lows and lower highs, but it's doesn't look that great. Looks like shit. That's why I sized down from 5 to 3. So I'm on 3 micros here. Like I've literally got 0 risk here. Like, well, not 0, but I have almost no risk on the table. I blew 50 for my payout. The pay, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Look, bro, listen, let me tell you something. You can only get better at something that you are constantly doing, right? You can only get better. You can't get worse. It's not possible to get worse at something, right? So, obviously, if you stay at it, eventually it's inevitable that you get paid out, get funded, like all those things that you want to happen. Those things will all eventually happen. You just can't rush to that point. It takes time to get there. You think about TBT 25Ks, 1500 DD, 1500 profit target? I don't think that's bad. But yeah, okay. All right, took the stop there. That's my second stab at the shorts. So no longer will I be trading any shorts here tonight. Matter of fact, no trades for me at all tonight because I'm not going to long and I'm not going to short. So yeah, I'm pretty much done here for tonight. Watch these 2 levels here. As long as we don't take the all-time high, I'd be surprised if we do. But as long as we don't take it, 211.25 and 181.25, solid levels for longs. Solid levels. So I would be looking at those for a potential long if I wanted one here. Anyways, like I said, like I was saying, zero band. Sorry, I got interrupted by this dumbass trade. I always do 50Ks. To be honest, bro, I'm a fan of 50K accounts across like any prop firm. I'm a fan of 50Ks, but if you think the 25Ks are good, then you know you could use those as well. It's your call. It's whatever, you know, whatever you prefer, really. Whatever you prefer. What happened to all the accounts that you're trading? I still have them, bro. I still have them. They're still funded. I still have them. I'm probably going to be trading them later in the week. Just because this is pre-CPI price action. Like, we don't like any of this. So, yeah, speaking of pre-CPI, if you guys don't have Apex accounts, the 90% off ends in an hour and 20 minutes. So if you guys want to get Apex accounts for 90% off, you guys can scroll down to the description, find the Apex Trader funding link, click that, and you guys can buy accounts. They're 90% off with code KEY, K-E-Y, until midnight tonight. So you can either pass them, you can either one day pass them tomorrow morning, or you can one day pass them the morning after for PPI. Apex doesn't pay. Another retard that's probably never requested a single payout from Apex. Like, what are we talking about here, bro? Only 125 points from all-time high. It's possible. It'll hit all-time high again for sure. 100%, bro. 100%. Put my SL. Don't really understand that. What do you favor, the 50Ks over 150Ks? 50Ks are closer to 1-to-1, right? As close to 1-to-1 as you could possibly get, right? So that's why I prefer those. I prefer those for that reason. Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow night. Tomorrow night will probably be ass too. Tomorrow night will probably be ass as well because we have CPI the following morning. So don't expect some don't expect like crazy nice price action until honestly, well, you know, we have Thursday night would be the best Asia session that we could get. The best Asia session we could get is Thursday night. Hold on. I gotta pull this up for this fucking retard real quick. Because this kid's crying in my chat about Apex not paying. You're just ass. You're literally just dog shit at trading. I mean, just say it like it is, bro. You're dog shit at trading. You can't follow rules for prop firms. You can't follow the rules, you just won't get paid, right? So simple solution is to just not be fucking absolute dog shit at trading. You'll get paid, right? You follow rules and you're not ass, you'll get paid, right? If you're following rules and you're still not getting paid, then you can make a case, right? Very simple, bro. It's very simple. Apex doesn't even let you request a payout if you haven't met all the rules, right? So that's how I know you're dog shit. A skill issue, bro. Like, figure that out first. Like, figure out, you know, not being ass at trading, and then, you know, let's talk about getting some payouts, right? You're just not there yet, brother. You're not there. You're not there yet. I have a pretty similar setup to yours. I'm trying to see the setup in this past months. Would you recommend I do? I mean, if you're not okay with, like, if you're not okay with your trade frequency being low, then you should probably either look for, you know, an alternate model that you can use for the time being, or you got to just be okay with your trade frequency being low and not getting many trades, which is not a bad thing. It's not always a bad thing. It's just your system, whatever you use, that's your system saving you from taking shit trades if it doesn't pop up. Apex, yeah, bro. I mean, look, yo, listen, guys, there's always going to be dumbasses in the trading industry, right? Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Like, this is an easy industry to get into, so there's a lot of fucking idiots. That kid being one of them, you know. This guy's channel description says Xbox Fortnite player. I mean, you know, maybe if you hopped off Fortnite and focused on trading and following rules, you could get paid, right? But you can't fix stupid, bro. Sometimes you just can't fix stupid. Yeah, I'm not longing at all unless we take previous day low. So this previous day low has not been taken yet. Don't care, not longing. This will get taken at some point. Probably, I'm assuming it probably gets taken in New York after the CPI news. So I think CPI news drops, we take this low, and then I'm perfectly fine longing. It was long all last week, right? So this is the first short I've taken in 2 weeks, because the setup was just there. So once that previous day high is taken, then I'll start looking for longs. Until then, there really is no trade for me. No trade. And I'm fine with that. No problem. You mentioned you're not going long, but it's gone up 100 points since. Some people are like, yo, you got to be brain dead, man. I swear. This is what I mean. I take trades or a price supports my idea, like your trade, then just get messed up. I mean, bro, look, I took 2 losses, right? I'm down $300. This account is up $5,000 in 1 week. I'm down $300 on 2 losses. You get what I'm saying? I'm wrong a lot of the time, right? I can be wrong 7 days a week, but I can guarantee you it will take me a very long time to like dig into this much profit. Like very, very long time. Very long time. If you do daily CSD tomorrow and close the daily BISI, would that make you change your bias towards end of the week? So I'm assuming you mean if we inverse this daily gap, then yeah, it would make me switch my bias to short through the rest of the week, and then maybe we get a rebalancing move. But for now, I am going to assume a bounce at this gap, right? That's pretty much the only way I switch to like a lower time frame, or sorry, not lower time, like a midterm short bias. Short to midterm short bias is if we inverse this daily gap. It's the only way. That's it. All right, guys, it is almost 11. I'm going to call it a night here. No more trades. I'm not planning on trading at all. I'll be on tomorrow, same time, 9:30 p.m. So I'll see you guys tomorrow night at 9:30. Have a great night.